to Friday Night Supper Club. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Sarah Lynn. And Friday Night Supper Club is really just a great excuse to get together with your nearest and dearest friends and try sort of a more challenging recipe, something you would be unlikely to try on, like, you know, a Tuesday.
On your own. Yeah, we're not as brave on our own, but when we're together, we're willing to take on the challenge. And today, it is a homemade gnocchi.
Well done.
Yeah, you gotta get back there in the gnocchi. And not only is it a plain gnocchi, it has a brown butter and sage sauce, a classic.
Time to get started.
I'm ready.
Tastes like Friday already.
Yep.
All right, so it should be said, there are millions of gnocchi recipes we could have given a try, but it seems like one of the most popular on the interweb is the fine cooking recipe. So that's the one we're using today. We'll of course link it in the description box below. And it all starts with some russet potatoes.
And we're adding those potatoes to cold water, bringing them to a boil until they're nice and soft and tender, and then we peel them after they've boiled. I have baked potatoes and then peeled them, and actually the skin does come off really easily, but I mean, we're not chefs. We don't really know what we're doing.
Potatoes
the
abundant.
#1 consumed vegetable in America. It's a vegetable.
So we now have 35 to 40 minutes to kill after this comes to a boil. What will we do with ourselves?
So the potatoes are cooled, and now it's time to peel and rice them. I've never used a ricer.
I am really excited.
I know. How does
Ricers?
this even work? Okay, so it essentially like shreds it.
Oh, it is the best. So if you're ever making mashed potatoes, like, this is gonna change your life because you've probably been mashing potatoes your whole life using a potato masher.
Yeah, it's fun.
But this is like gets your potatoes perfectly smooth.
I like lumpy mashed potatoes.
What?
I actually prefer chunky mashed potatoes with the skin.
I
Nobody
can't
agrees.
even understand why
I
that
love
would be-
the lumps.
No.
The texture is so good. Ready?
Okay, this is
To
her first
experience
time,
this?
guys.
I'm so excited.
Let's just hope our potatoes are cooked.
Oh, you need a little bit of muscle. So soft.
Isn't that so satisfying?
It is really satisfying.
I knew you would love it.
Let out your aggression. Oh.
Oh, like really.
You see how it's like shooting?
Did you get it in your wine? You got it over your wine glass, but not in.
I'll just sip it
Nice.
off.
Nice job. So for this recipe, we have gone ahead and used russet potatoes as per Fine Cooking's directions. Russet potatoes are perfect for a gnocchi because they're very starchy.
Seems there actually is potato in my wine.
I thought you honestly missed it.
No, apparently not.
As per our recipe,
Yeah.
we've got 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour here, now that you are done all of your amazing ricing.
Yes, it was so fun.
And I am going to add 1 teaspoon of salt to the flour. It's kind of a good idea to whisk your salt into your flour first so that you get it well distributed.
Yeah.
And then what we're gonna do is just add this flour. So we are going to crack an egg into a bowl, and then I'm just gonna whisk it. How's that going over there?
It's good. It's getting all up under my fingernails.
Are you ready for this egg?
I guess, yeah. Cool.
Let's get really messy now. Okay? So it's just 1 egg in there, which doesn't feel like very much, but
Yeah, it doesn't seem like enough, but I guess it'll prove me wrong.
I think that's looking good. I will absolutely give this a need. And there you go.
A dough ball.
A dough ball. That's what you're looking for.
What next?
We're gonna cover this baby. You don't want it to dry out while you're actually creating your gnocchi.
But we're gonna do that like right now.
Exactly, so there's no waiting. This is a good time for a wine break.
Yeah, I love potato wine.
Well, how does it look?
Exactly the same.
We'll flour our surface. You basically are just gonna grab a big chunk of dough.
Oh, just grab it?
I think so. Isn't that very
Ooh, it's very
satisfying?
sticky.
It is very sticky. This is looking okay though. Look, it's a snake. I'm gonna roll it into a rope shape.
Yours is working better than mine.
And then
It's
one-
like a pretzel. You could make an Annie Ann's pretzel.
Right now. No, don't do it.
Okay.
Folk. You're basically supposed to cut them into little, what is this, cloud shapes.
Well, you know, gnocchi comes from the word gnocca, which means knot or knuckle. So I am guessing it's because it's about the size of a knuckle. So that's what I would go for.
So I'm using
We don't know if that's real.
my knuckle as a guide. So we are going to add ridges to our gnocchi.
Make them fancy. We watched a video and it's kind of intimidating. You're making it look easy though.
The recipe that we're using actually doesn't call for the ridges.
Which is frustrating.
But I've never seen gnocchi without it.
Yeah,
So,
it's like part of the classic style.
and I think the idea behind it is basically you're creating like a little reservoir.
A little flavor patch for that sauce to just sit inside the ridge and be like a spoon.
So yeah, you end up with the ridges on the front and then this little pocket in the back.
I've got to say, yours look a little cleaner than mine.
I don't know, yours look good.
This is just
Did not
really,
work out.
really sad. And so these don't need to be covered, right? Yeah, look at, what is that piece there, Lynn? It looks like a little booger.
We need a hand wash, we need a shirt wash.
So what's next?
There's some
Ooh, boiling!
All right, I always prefer to salt my water.
Salt everything for me.
Okay, we're just gonna get those in there. You want them to basically rise to the top, and that's how you know they're ready.
Oh, there it is.
It's very satisfying, isn't it? You're like, and as they rise to the top, you can sort of shake them out. People ask me because of the channel if I'm a chef, and I just say like, I'm a food enthusiast.
I just say that I like to eat.
We're gonna take this a step further. You can eat gnocchi just like this. You can pour tomato sauce on it, cream sauce, and it's great. We are going to do something even tastier though, and we're going to fry them in butter so that they get crispy on the outside.
I love butter.
And then we're going to add
Love it.
more butter and make a sauce out of the butter.
All right, so it's time to fry these babies up, yeah?
It sure is. Probably need half that butter.
Oh, whoops.
Because we have like
You
many,
didn't tell
many
me.
sections of
You just gave
good.
me the butter.
That's looking real exciting in there.
I mean, you can't have too much butter. Oh, it's bubbling, it's ready.
Are you ready?
Go.
The moment of truth. Let's get these beauties in there. Single layer. And we're gonna let them fry up until they're nice and golden.
Butter makes everything better.
Tis true.
Look at that! Ah! Look at those browned
Bits. Oh gosh. This is why the frying step is always worthwhile, even though it like prolongs the time between us and eating gnocchi. Now we only have 5 more batches to go.
and then we'll be ready to make the sauce.
So I hope you weren't hungry or anything.
Mmm.
Oh my gosh.
Look at how perfectly browned these gnocchis are.
I have to say, we have definitely dug in already, and it was worth the wait. It's been like a painstaking process, like almost 2 hours of work now.
I've already eaten like 18 of them and I can't stop. They're so good. All right, let's make this sage sauce. We're gonna first melt some butter.
And by some, we mean
We mean
1
more than the
mil.
recipe calls for.
1 million pounds. This is exactly what the recipe calls for, if you can believe it, 8
it?
tablespoons.
It's melted, let's go, let's go.
All right, we've got our sage leaves, 18 to be precise.
Ooh.
That's what fine cooking calls for. They say 18 is the number.
Butter and sage, Thanksgiving.
I know.
Oh my gosh, it's like frying up.
The only thing we need to complete the Thanksgiving trifecta is like frying onion and celery, right?
Oh my gosh,
All of
this-
the... Oh, that does smell amazing.
It smells so good. Okay, 2 to 3 minutes like this.
So the secret to brown butter is allowing your butter to just start to brown before you turn the heat off, because unfortunately butter can burn really
yeah.
quickly, and that's not what you're after. You're basically just trying to develop the butter into a nice nutty flavor.
Yeah, you don't want the heat too high and you want to watch it.
The other thing that happens is that the sage leaves get crispy. So you have an additional texture that is really kind of complementary to these like soft, chewy, little billowy cushions
Yeah.
of gnocchi goodness.
And this is just the easiest sauce in the world.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this heat off because we don't want burnt butter. This is brown
Yep.
butter. Stand back. We don't need any splashing. We don't need any accidents. Look at the butteriness of this. So the finishing touches here are some lemon zest, got a little salt.
Yeah, we used salted butter, but I think more salt is always a good idea.
So that's pretty off the hook, I have to say.
All right.
Oh,
Dinner.
dude,
I know.
that is a thing of beauty.
That's some browned butter in there.
Oh my gosh, it is. Are you ready? I was born ready.
It looks so good.
2.5 glorious hours later. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You could basically put fried sage on anything.
Mm-hmm. It's crispy.
It adds such a nice contrasting texture to the billowy, pillowy,
Yeah.
earthy deliciousness of the gnocchi itself.
It's not rich. It's very light, which is surprising because the sauce is butter. But it's delicious. It's
400
fluffy.
pounds of butter.
Right? Oh my gosh. The right amount of butter.
And we were worried about texture that entire time, but the texture of the gnocchi, I think,
It's
is
perfect. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. The sage is perfect. It's not too overwhelming. Because I always worry with sage, everything ends up just tasting like sage.
Yes,
But-
super overpowering.
It's really good. I can eat this whole plate and I will.
And the lemon zest adds like a critical contrast in terms of like
Freshens
a
it up.
fresh flavor with all that sort of earthiness, nuttiness.
Ooh, but I could just eat the fried sage too.
And you
Yum!
just have that with a nice, chill New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and you're gonna be just fine.
Crispy and delicious.
Guys, this recipe is definitely worth a try, although you may end up a bit messy like we did. Aprons recommended. We're gonna link the recipe in the description box below.
And please share your favorite challenging recipes with us in the comments because we're always looking for new ideas of what we should make on our next Friday night.
And of course, be sure to subscribe
And hit the bell.
because there's lots more Friday Night Supper Club coming at you soon.
Enjoy your weekend.
We almost, I told you after hit the bell, I feel like there has to come something next.